Hello friends, in this video let's quickly talk about how to script all objects in a particular database in one shot. This process is common in any version of SQL Server. The same process works in SQL 2012, SQL 2014, SQL 2016 and the upcoming version of SQL Server. What is the advantage of it? So why do we need this? See, there are cases where I need all objects scripts to create in another server. Then you might ask so why don't you go with a backup, restore or attach detach options? I do not want to do that because I don't have a copy facility. Maybe that size of the database is too much. I don't want a data again the other side. I want only the schema. I want only the structure of the objects. I don't want the data. Let us say one environment, development environment to the production or development environment to the UAT. So that time I do not want to copy the data. Dev data I don't want to copy in UAT, where I need to generate a specific data which is a meaningful users data I need there. So that's the reason why I don't want to copy backup and restore. I don't want to go for a backup and restore option, or I don't want to go for a attach detach options. So in this case, this is the easiest case which helps you to create the script of each and every object in the SQL Server, including database names. So how best we can do and how easy we can do, we'll talk about it. First of all, let me create a scenario here. So this is my database. This is let us say development server. So this is my production or UAT server, Azure Meta. Okay, if you see, so this is my development. So this is my UAT. So data has to copy from development to UAT. Sorry, not data. So scripts has to copy. So here I have like a tables, procedures, views, functions. So if I go individually, so if I assume I have 30 tables, I need to create 30 scripts, like around 20 procedures, 20 scripts. So like a 10 views, 10 scripts, like a 5 functions, 5. Okay, if I count this all, it is going to cross around 60. Okay, I need to perform 60 operations. So once 60 is ready, then I need to copy here and I need to execute here. I need to execute each and everything. So this is a bit tedious task. Then how best we can do it is SQL Server Management Studio by default come up with a easy option to generate scripts of all tables in one shot, or scripts of all procedures in one shot, all functions in all views in one shot, all functions in one shot. Or you want to club everything in a one shot? Yes, you can do that even as well. So that is a very good advantage of the recent version of SQL Server. So now let's quickly go to the SQL Server. So what I want to do is I have a database which is there in the dev server. So with the name of scripts I just created for our example purpose, which contains tables, procedures and views. Maybe even though you have functions also, the process is the same. So once a script is ready, I'm going to copy into the UAT. Then I'm going to execute with the same name again, scripts. Let's quickly go here. So let us refresh this, and what are all the tables are there, we'll just see once. So I have only one table. It is a example table only. I don't want to create a complex stuff, but the process is the same here. So one table with the name of employee, and one view with the name of VW underscore get EMPS, and one procedure with the name of SP underscore get EMPS. It is a very straightforward object. I'm not going to talk about so what is the view structure, what is the procedure structure. Okay, let's not keep the focus on that. So let's try to generate a scripts in one shot for all. Okay, how to do it? Let's minimize this. Okay, select the database which you want to create a scripts of the database. So let's see. If you see, I have multiple databases in this server. I have two servers as I mentioned. This is my development database. So this is my UAT database, Azure Meta. And the version of the database also different, but ideally if you really think practically, you will be having the same version in the dev as well as UAT. Okay, so just to show you the example, I'm just considering two different servers, that's it. Okay, let's expand this. So as I mentioned, I am planning to take a scripts on the top of scripts database. So let's right click on the scripts. So you have here couple of options here. Okay, script database as, let's not talk about that, that's not related to ours. So click on the task. Once you click on the task, so if you just see it, you have multiple options here. In the previous video we talked about shrinking and detaching, backup and all, so mirror and all we talked about. Now let's click on the generate scripts. So once you click on generate scripts, so you get this option like so you can read it out, generate the scripts for database objects. It is an information window. You do not need to do anything here. You just simply need to click this option if you are interested, otherwise you leave this option. So let's click on next. So once you click on next, so you get this window. This is a self-explanatory windows. So you can see select the database objects in the script. So as I mentioned, so if you want to generate a scripts separately, scripts of the table separately, procedure of the table separately, views of the data objects separately, you can do that. Otherwise, if you want to do all in one shot, you can do that as well. Now simply, so you just need to select here. So script entire database and all database objects in one shot. If you want to do that, you need to select this option. Otherwise, let's click on this option. So once you select the second option, yes, you get a enable for objects here. Since I created tables, views and procedures, I don't have a functions as of now in my database. That's the reason why I did not get that option. Let's expand this. How many tables are there? Yes, of course I have only one table. Expand this. How many? Only one. How many? Only one. So let's select like this. If you want only procedures, you select this. If you want only views, unselect this and select this. Unselect if you don't want. If you see here, based on the selection only, I'm able to see either next and finish buttons here. Otherwise, I'm not able to click on next or finish. I have only cancel and previous. Now, so I don't want to go for individual objects. Okay, so that's the reason why I'll select this. If you have a case to select only individual objects, then select it and click on next. So once you select any of the table, you get the next option. Okay, let's not do that. Let's click on this. So once I select the script, the entire database and all objects, so next button will be enabled here. Okay, so now let's click on next. So once you click on next, save scripts to a specific location. Where do you want to save here? The scripts will be saved here or published to a web service. So you can do that as well. Or like if you select this will be that options will go off and you'll get like this provider and target database and all, you get it. So currently I don't have any web service related databases. Let's select this. So save to a file. So files to generate single file or single file per object. So if you select this, I get 3 files. Why? Because 3 different type of objects I have. Table I have, procedure I have, views I have. I'll get 3 files in this folder. If you see, for time being, currently that folder might not be having anything. Yeah, this is something is there. So default files are there. Let's leave that. So now I want to put everything in a single file. Let's select this. So once you select single file, you get the name of the file also. The default name will is script.sql. That's fine. Next one is override the existing file. If you have any files with the same name, it overrides it simply. Okay. So next you have advanced options. We'll talk about that later. Or you want to save that into a clipboard, it will be saved for us. Otherwise you want to save in the new query window, you can see that. You don't want to see in the some saved file, you can select this also. That's up to us. So let me go with this option or that option. I don't have any difference. I don't see any difference even selecting this or this. Okay, let's click on next. So once you click on next, you can see the final instructions. Still you have option to cancel or go to previous. Server name is this one, database name is scripts, selected objects, entire database and all database objects. Destination is save to new query window, since I selected that. So options, general, these are all whatever is it will come, and table or views will come like this. Script changing, tracking false and all whatever it is. Check constraints is true, what are all there, it will come. Click on next. So once I click on next, based on the size of the database, it takes a while to prepare the script. So once it is done, okay, click on, you want to see the report, you can save the report. This is the report, all success only. Click on finish. So once you click on finish, so you can see here, this is a script has been generated by that option. You can see here. So the name of the, even it is creating the database also here. Okay, the compatibility level is 2012. As of now, this database is 2012. That is the reason why 110 it came. Next one is alter database, anti-nulls off, anti-padding off, anti-warnings off and all. After that, first around maybe 20-30 lines you will get this. Around some 50 lines you get this. Okay, 20-30. After that, so you will get the tables first. So then you go with the views. then you go with a procedures. So it automatically creates based on the dependency. It automatically creates the scripts based on dependency. First tables, then views, then procedures. So if for example, assume if the procedure comes first, obviously it fails when I try to execute it. Okay, so let's copy this script. So let me execute in the separate server. Assume this is my separate server. So even though I have both in the same laptop, but assume these are different servers. Let's click on new query, paste it here. So I am trying to execute in the different server. You can see at the bottom here. So that server name is only Venkat PC. So this server name is Venkat PCI.SQL 2016. Please realize this is a different server. Now if I execute this, it tries to create the file in the same folder here, but the file is already there. Okay, I cannot create the file with the same name in the same location, right? So I need to create in a different folder. So as I know that this is a different server, so let me create in a different path that is 13. Yeah, this is the one, MS SQL data. Here I need to keep. So why? Because the same folder I cannot create it. So now I need to change this folder till here. Otherwise it fails. There is no question about it. It fails because the file is already there and it's using file already. Okay. So now you can see the size is this. Max size is unlimited. I kept it. File growth is 1024 KB. Even size is 1024 and max size is 2048 GB. Just kept that size. Ideally, I don't have that much of space even in my laptop. That's a default size it comes actually. File growth is 10%. Okay. So now let's quickly execute this. I just changed this and quickly execute this. So it depends on the number of objects. It takes time. Okay. It simply executed. It created all the objects. Let me refresh this. Currently, you don't have. Just before refresh, let me refresh this. Yeah, I have a name of the database is scripts. Under that, I have table is 1, view 1, procedure 1. I can see this. Where is that? Yeah, procedure 1. These are all the list of tables, objects, and procedures. So in this operation, so are you copying the data as well? Currently, no. Can I copy the data? Yes, you can copy the data as well. So that is the reason why somewhere, if you remember, I have advanced option. We will talk about that in the next video. So this is how we script the entire database in one shot and we create all objects in another server in one shot. So rather than going for individually, this is a default feature of SQL Server. So you do not need to enable anything. So that's all about it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more technical videos. Thank you.